Greetings, spending fans. I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Transport Fever back in the Alps again. We start today looking at this train, which is our, it's the food train, I guess you'd call it, carrying as it is a full load of livestock, and it really is a full load. We've got 360 of 360 on board, and if we look at the station, there's still 100 and change left in there ready to be played with. So for those of you who wanted a double header of the big boy variety, this might be it, because it's not exactly breaking any speed records here, and frankly, a double-headed big boy could be a lot of fun. It's going to be flaming expensive, but I've got an idea behind that. I've got a notion. I also have a plan for what we're doing today, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's hook this up one time, if it decides to load my list of locomotives. There we go. Where are we? All right. So as a bit of a last hurrah, steam-wise, we shall we're going to double head a big boy, which is nonsense. But there it is. Right now then, it's got 20 on there at the moment. So let's go more than that. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, let's have another one of those, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, what do you carry? Nothing much, 24, sure, 25, 26, this is going to be quite a long train, here, 27, 28, 29, and 30. There we go. Right, so this is a 500-meter train, which is half a kilometre. Replace now. Well, that's going to wipe me out. Can I even afford it? 39 million. Blimey. So that's 39. My voice is cracking. Such is the level of expenditure I've just flung at this thing. Gracious. That's a slightly unconventional view we've got there. I guess it's because it's double-headed. Hey ho, well, that's not going to make for a screenshot, is it? Let's sure, press the same button again, because that's going to be effective. There we go. We'll do it like that. To be honest, I could have triple-headed what we got on there. Whether this ends up making me any money or not is I don't know. But it's because demand for food is relatively high right now. How fast are we going now? We're only doing 80. Yeah, I mean the increase in speed may have a positive impact, but the running costs of this thing are going to be ludicrous, and as such, I may phase it out quite quickly. I wonder if you replace a train, it will give you a refund if the new train's cheaper than the old. These and other questions we will just have to ponder. We're going to hang around, because that's the kind of thing that I'd say usually before the intro starts, right? But we're gonna wait until this is switched over, and then we'll crack on. Right, and then we'll do the intro, and I shall subsequently outline our mission for today, for it's a good one. And it would be more successful if I hadn't just spent all of the money. But you can't have it all. This is going to overshoot the station. That's pretty much a given. Now, ideally, we don't want to completely outstrip the station here in terms of what we're carrying. Right, there's the train, and that's not even all of it. That's only some of it. That's some of the train. My God, this is going to be madness. The good news is that it should also be ridiculously profitable. No, we were just debating whether it will be ridiculously profitable, and the answer is it won't be. It will be incredibly costly. There you go. See, we're going to try and get the whole thing in shot. Still, it's carrying more now than it ever has in its lifetime so far. That's the full length, which is kind of long. Although that said, 500 and change meters is not as long as you perhaps give it credit, but it's certainly long enough to potentially foul up the hub, and that would be bad. But I'm gonna hold on. We're gonna park up here, get some good solid train viewing action queued up and good to go. Like there, for example. We'll close that down. Well, and then we'll roll the intro. Right, I've not moved on. I figured that we'd all like to see this rolling in. There we go. That's a lot of steam right there. As much as we're phasing steam out, I figured that one last hurrah of significant proportion was going to be worth doing. This is a gift that keeps on giving. This train it goes on for a goodly length of time, and as a result, it really does fit into the overall scheme. Is that the hub is big enough to take the train? Magic. Only 900,000. That was worth. That's not quite as much as I might have hoped. Let's have a. We'll have to keep quite a close eye on it. Obviously, it's been running for the majority of the year, making good profit. But now we've changed it up. Whether the running costs will be outstripped by the income or not, we do not know. However, it now has a capacity of details. Do some maths. What's that? 540. 540 is the capacity. Hold on, it's the end of the year, so we have to wait for 20 minutes while it does a bit of autosave and then tells me what's new. Oh, hello there. Rail freight has arrived. Oh, that's fun. Okay, right, along with the Einheitswagen 2, which is also splendid. Right, 540 we said. What's the number waiting here? 300. Now, we had 360 capacity already. I only upgraded this because there was too much coming in. Oh, dearie me. Well, it'll either pay off or it won't. There's no doubt in that. I'm even going to invest a little bit more time in watching this thing just kind of trundle around a bit. Heavy metal, right there. I'm gonna let it go. Just let it rock, and we'll see how we get on. 366. Okay, cool. Right, it's gonna be fine. But there was 100 and some odd waiting already, and now I've got a massive backlog of goods to deliver. What's going on with all this oil? Someone is not stepping up their game as far as oil delivery is concerned. How much are you packing there? Okay, you've got a capacity of 90. I think we need to move that a little bit faster. Now, all the trucks will be piling on to help with that, and I need them to, or will they? No, they won't. No, but yes, they will. I'm going to cry out loud. I'm going to need everybody to work just a little bit harder here because we're about to do some expanding. Right, and the expansion in question is pretty straightforward stuff. We're going to. All right, brace yourselves because this is complicated. We're going to start making tools and construction materials again. Now, here are the key players in this particular journey. Right, planks. We need some planks. We'll do that first because it's the easiest bit. Planks are made from logs, which are made here. Planks are then transformed over there. My thinking is we run a little train line, choo-choo, over here into the goods station that we already have up in Locarno that is currently receiving food and fuel oil. Now, there's a couple of ways that we could do this, and I think the better way is going to be that I put a station in here, wang it around and bring it in on platform 2, as we look at it on this side, before heading out, same train still, before heading back out over here, whiz it over the junction, into the station, chop, 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 drop off, new fleet of trucks, picks up planks, shuttling back and forth between these, because this is already in range, as you can see. Previously we did this by ship, and that was nice, but not what we want to do. Then we have the option of either trucking it back again, which makes that truck line nice and profitable. I'll even use all the syllables in that one. Then it can be picked back up by the same train again, and dropped off here. Now that's beneficial because it means that the truck line, the shuttle line that we're running here, will get extra work, which will increase the profitability of that. From there, we should then have planks out in this station area. Right, that's part one. Part two, we reinstate the coal line, running down the mountain as she runs, doing exactly the same route as before, which I have previously severed. Well, actually, I've not severed it. Reintroducing some life into the station here. I'll need to do some approach work and stuff, but you know, that should be fine. In order to drop coal off there. Now, historically, that coal train has never made me much money, and I need to think about whether we can support that kind of endeavour in the short term. Then we're going to add another train line. We're not going to use ships this time. We're going to use a train line here, but we've got a dilemma on our hands because we need steel, which lives there. Now, steel is done on stake cars, whereas your iron ore is done on hoppers. So I either go with mixed consist in order to take goods back and forth. It's chancy, but I could make something big enough to make it work. Or we run two trains that are a little bit shorter, potentially a little bit faster, in order to make that happen, so that we can bring the steel, which is manufactured where we drop the coal off, down here as well. Yeah, see, I'll decide that one later. We also need planks here, so that does planks to use stake cars. There we go. I've resolved my own dilemma. So we could go. I haven't resolved any dilemmas at all. No, I have resolved my dilemma. Right. Okay. So what we do is we have a stake only running from here, and then whiz it around down to the secondary hub. Which will also be picking up the planks that are coming over, which means that if I dedicate those stake cars accordingly, I can take all the materials I need over to here, whereby they are turned into tools and machines and so forth. Here we go. I'll even give you a look. See, there you are. See, look, tools, machines, that kind of stuff. Or maybe not machines, or maybe only machines. Oh hell, I don't know. But then, what do we do with them after that? I think we're going to stick them on a boat. Hold on, I don't know if we're close enough to stick them on a boat. We're close enough, we can stick them on a boat. The boat then will sail upstream to everywhere. We will deliver all of this by ship. I'll set multiple lines up. I may even ship some back to the hubs so that they can be delivered. I've got enough variety of train delivering stuff. It's a little bit mad. It's certainly those of you who are hell bent on making as much profit as possible will look at this askance and go, "You're a disgrace, man. What are you playing at?" But it's fun, and that's what we're all about. Meanwhile, over here at the foundry, we're also going to be making slag, which, as before, we will haul up here in order to turn it into construction materials, which we will then bring back down, either all the way to the hub. Might be the most practical thing to do, or we'll drop it off here and then we'll use something to just, jiggle it around some. I've not thought this through entirely. It's going to take a couple episodes to get this done. But before we do any of that, we have a minor problem to take care of. It's a fun problem to have, but a minor problem. Let's pause. Actually, I'm going to fast forward to get to the end of February, because then I can have a quick look at that food train and see if it's paying off or not. I also need this guy out of the way for reasons that will become clear very soon. Right, that's the end of the month. Pause. There we are. Right, let's Where is it? Should be easy to spot. It's half a kilometre long. Speak of the devil. There we are. Right. Finances. Just barely breaking a profit. However, 2 months in, it's what, $500,000 in profit, and that is after it's had its maintenance paid for today. So that means full year 6 million, just like last year. We topped out at 7 million not so long ago. So basically, I've invested in a lot more train for potentially a lot less cash. How much have you got waiting here? 294. Yeah, it's going to make less money. So I might change. I'll change it back over at some point, but it should be making those deliveries faster. At which point, all I really need to do is make sure that I'm picking stuff up from my goods hub and from this station at a fast enough rate. The interesting thing about the station, however, before I press on, this is clearly an observational episode, is that we don't. It doesn't split the final deliveries in an equal fashion. It seems to go to the hungriest mouths first, and that doesn't matter what goods type it is. I guess that makes sense. But it continues overloading one route until it feels like, that's now happy before it starts working on another route. Don't know. Anyway, right. Okay, first things first. We need to get a station up here. Now, it doesn't need to be stupidly long, although we are going on something of a journey. So let's... oh, dearie me, no. Let's keep this simple. Oh, look at that. Nice simple route here. Right, let's bang in a bit of road. Hello, roads. We're going to go with some kind of... I think we'll use small country for this. A classic road choice. Do a straight line, would you? There you go. There you go. That should be more than enough straight line for the purposes of this enterprise. Actually, I might want a little bit more... No, okay, no, I'm fine with it. I was thinking going terminal, right? Hold on. Wallop. We're going to need at least... Let's go 280. If we put 280 on this... Yeah, that should be okay. You think? That's a rhetorical question, obviously. Now, I need to go a reasonable distance around here because I've got a corner on the track that I'm setting up to get into the hub, and I want to make sure that I can actually pull that off. So let's extend this by another 4 grand's worth of road, and this is obviously going to be the cheapest thing I do for quite some time. Hold on, and there we go, right about there. Should we high-speed it? We'll high-speed it for looks alone. Obviously, given it's a terminal, we're not going to need any high speed as far as actual velocity is concerned. There we go. Initial payment made. And do we want to level crossing the highway? No, sir. We do not want to level crossing the highway. We shall invite the highway to pop a bridge over there. But I don't want to bridge this particular bit of track, so we're going to come in and we're going to get in on there. It's going to be a bit of a corner, but it should be grand. No, I want to go under the double track here, the double track express route. I want to go under it rather than over it. And I don't want to do it with a tunnel either. You will notice I am now deleting the express route. Now, if you can guess what I'm going to do before I do it, then you've been watching enough of these episodes to know how truly inspired I occasionally am. This is a terrible idea. Well, it's not it's a great idea. It's just very expensive. I need to run that train out of the way. There we go. Yes, it was expensive to put in. I didn't get it right first time, but that's where we're going. Yeah, right. There we are. Now then, let's smooth this down. I know I've lost it. What tiny mind I had, I have now entirely eroded. Splendid. Right. It's all right. I've got a scheme. I've got a notion. It's going to be great if and when I get it working. Right, okay, so we can connect this one back up again. High speed, yes. Electrification, yes. connect that back up. Is that flat? Yep, that's flat. Right. Okay, there we go. Then we do the same over here. Oh, hold on. You're being very casual about a potentially tricky piece of junctioning here, Sunshine. Let's get that working first, shall we? Now we're coming in on platform 2, so I want to start this junction over here. Oh, that's not bad at all. Actually, that's not bad at all. There we are. Right. Yep. I'm pretty sure nothing else uses platform 2, but I could be wrong. Hold on. I'm wrong. Oh, who? No. Okay, there's something to do with oil happens here. Does the oil train use it? Oh. Okay, well that could be dramatic. Let's have a quick let's bring up all of our routes we've got here. Oh no. Alright, well I've still got a couple of tracks left. We could what's red all about? I don't know. Let's follow it and find out, shall we? Red is. This looks like a delivery. It is. It's the delivery to. Is this Interlaken? Yeah. Okay, the Interlaken delivery route. Okay, so if I take that out onto a different platform, because this is going to need to be dedicated, because the train will be flowing effortlessly in both directions, but it's going to have to cross over green unless I move green along by 1. We could move green along by 1. That could work. That's the mighty food train. All right, okay. There is more engineering required here than I had first anticipated. That said, where does this other route go? That was one that I set up in case I decided to make direct deliveries to Thun rather than using the ship. All right, well, it still works though, right? Does it still work though, right? It still works though, right? Yeah, it works. There's a sizable amount of insanity in this. Right, I'm gonna need to set a point. Oh no, this is. Watch my madness gradually unravel my fragile mind. Right, you there. Hub production, right. Thun Hub Bravo is coming in on 5 at the moment, so that's 5. So I want to move it on to 4, which we will now do, which will tell me it can't find a route. Yeah, I see, that's broken it. Thun Food Processing is going to 3. Sorry, I'm going to need to put some track in here, but that's okay. We can still go into 3. That's okay. I need some points. Actually, no, stuff that. We'll go into the other one, 2. Right there, Terminal 2. No, it is Terminal 3. All right then, Terminal 3. Okay, right. Going to roll this forward. I don't expect lots of this, by the way. We're going to have to do quite a bit of this jiggery pokery in order to get the thing working. Give me as much space as you can. That'll do it. Stop. Because we're going to be. I can't roll too much forward. That's the other problem I've got going on, because it's going to disrupt the smooth operation, as sung by Sade, of just about everything else that I've got going on. Right, how's that? See, we've avoided some swan neckage going on there. Right, let's smooth that back out. Could not connect all 4 stations. I bet you could. I bet you just haven't really thought it yet. Have a look. Okay, it can't. And that will be because, hold on, so get the smoothing tool off. Right, we're now on this track here. Do I have any points that are working in my favour? No, I do not. So we're coming along on this one, like so. So we're just going to have to come in on the next platform over. So that'll be 4. Hey, right, fixed it. Probably fixed it. Well, it's not going to break. Not for the moment. That's going to keep working. Okay, right. Now, Red, where are you? Red, here we go. What are you? You are Interlaken Hub Bulk Freight Bulk Hub. Okay, I need you to do something else for me here. Right, let's follow this other line. See, yeah, that's a difficulty, isn't it? We're gonna need a switch on there. This may make things complicated in the future, but for the moment, it will work adequately. And I'm definitely going to need to play around with signalling up here in the nearish future. Right, so Interlaken Freight Bulk Hub Freight. We're going to change your platform to 5, I think. Like that. Yep, there you go. Ah, see, look, sussed it. Got it right first time. Right, let's run it. Now, the only thing that's broken right now will be the intercity. Will be having a question mark over its head with a "What have you done to me? Why is this all broken?" But that's okay. It'll figure it out. Is this train going to work or what? Interlaken Hub Bulk Freight. Oh, it's because I've got a flipping weight on it. All right, well, it's not saying it can't find its way to a direction, so let's assume that that's working. Because, you know, assuming anything is a great idea. Okay, right, so what have I done here? I now need to move yellow as well. What? Oh, crikey. Well, that's clearly not. No, hold on. No. We can make that work. Oh, but it's a mess though. All right. Okay. So yellow. How do you feel about doing a bit of a line switch about there? It's not intuitive, but it is going to work. All right, fine. You sir, hello. Nice to meet you. I need you to redirect your efforts towards number 6 in the future. That's it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Right. Yes. And then we're all good. Right. So we've set ourselves up for adventure and tales of great success here. Quite an abrupt corner we've got going on there, but it will work. All right. Good. Now from there we should be able to come out on this second line here, which will work in a double tracked fashion over in this direction. And as luck would have it, I've also got a depot set up that'll do fine things. We'll double track all the way along. Keeping things on their own lines is always a smart move. Well, it's not. It's easy mode fundamentally, putting everything on its own line. You know, there's no nerves of steel involved in going, oh yeah, I'm not going to chance anything getting snarled up. I'll just give it its own line. And hopefully that's going to be enough room for the train to make its delivery. We'll need signals on here. And actually, there we go. Right, brace yourselves. Potent signal. Yep, like that. And then I want to hang another one on there. I want to hang it. This is where I come unstuck. It's not in the way that that's it. Or is it? Look there. That looked about right. Maybe looking at it from above is the way to roll. That is. Well, that looks better. There we go. Right, maybe that'll work. Maybe. One of my favourite words. Okay, right, good. So that theoretically should cover that track there. This one. Can I even click? I can click on that. No, I can't. No, you just clicked on something else. You clicked on this. But that's just like sat there. It's like a phantasmagorical signal. I can, however, delete it. Maybe I jumped too soon. Maybe there was an alternate one that I could do here. Additional signal with rear offset f. Don't know. When you've offset with potence. I don't know what offsetting with potence means. Oh, hold on. What's this one do? Additional signal with front offset for potence. Well, okay, that's potence. I don't know why it's called potence. Someone will illuminate me in the comments, I'm sure. For use of second lines when you've offset. That could mean this. Right, so in which case, what's a 2A? For use of second lines with potence, used when you've offset with potence, which I have done. Graphically, they kind of line up-ish, almost. I don't think that's going to work. There's an easy way we can find out, but we're going to have to wait until I've finished a bit of redevelopment before we make that happen. This is the legacy train, by the way, the heritage unit, which will see service in the future. Right, let's create our new line here, and then we'll think it through. Because obviously, initially, it's not going to do anything at all. Not until I've completed absolutely every step of this development route, which in itself is going to take a little while. Right, so Grindelwald West, followed by, give me a colour that shows up, right? You know, people want to see what the heck's going on. Give me pink. Right, it's already figured out which is the optimum platform to use, which is fortunate because it is. Of course, I don't actually want it then. I want it. I want that third stop. There we are. So second stop, Locarno halt. Third stop, back at the. No. I see what you're trying. That's not what I want you to do though. Let's stay on your own side if you would be so kind. Yeah, you see, it does at least track that as being on both sides of the track. Do you wish to remove all... No, I only want to remove that one. All right, I'm going to need to put a waypoint in here to keep it on the right side of the track. Where's that hiding? Oh, hello, what are you? Simple signal futuriste sur pied. Terrific. Waypoint. Where's waypoints gone? I'm sure they used to be under signals. Oh, now they're under waypoints. Signal de passage futuriste. Signal de passage futuriste, which we shall deploy here. It doesn't need to be anywhere in particular, so I'm gonna stick it in there. There we are. Do that. Add signal futuriste. I can't click on the signal futuriste. Oh, well, let's put a signal ancient in there as well. There we are. Use that one. Still not getting it. Okay. You still want to go up there. Well, in which case we're just going to have to do that as well. We're going to brute force this sucker. Right, going right. 2 ways, 1 track. That's happening. Right. Okay. So this is going to be the I don't know the primary. Sure, that's a word I don't use often. Primary lumber activity, which makes it sound very technical indeed. So the primary lumber activity will pick up logs. It'll go choo-choo all the way through here, and then it will dump the logs at the Locarno halt, whereby it will be picked up by trucks I have not yet deployed. Okay, easy peasy. New route from Locarno Central. Oh no, you've got that one that's also in the catchment range. Should be fine. Should be fine. Down to Locarno branch and back again. So this is going to be Locarno. It's very inconvenient, this, for local folk, given that it runs right through the heart of the town. Also, I'm a little concerned about whether or not it's going to get snarled up in traffic constantly, but I don't really have a lot of choice in the matter. I could possibly squeeze in a good station here that would be in range of the lumber mill, or there maybe. But there's a lot going on here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that without it being horrifically messy. Although, for some reason, I do have additional lines. No, that's the express route. forget everything I just said. So this is Locarno lumber haulage. Right, now I'm going to get that rolling immediately for the main reason of, if I don't, I'll forget. I was trying to come up with a compelling reason as to why now was the time to do that, and it turns out that I had it all along. Which means I need to put the road back in. So we want, what are you? You're a standard kind of large country road. All right, there you go. See, it's the same deal, and then just enough elevation so that a train can get underneath. We don't want the decking made out of wood. So it's a personal choice on my part, and also one for practical purposes. It's quite a lot of bridge for not a lot of distance, and I'm just going to use my favourite one, right? You know, I'm an industrial revolution man, and therefore I demand revolution in my industry. Right, so let's buy some road vehicles. We're going to put a lot on here. This is front loading a lot of cost, because this is going to take some cash to pay for the operation of until it starts kicking off. You never know; these guys might actually pick up some other stuff and make some cash out of it. But we'll see how that turns out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a lot of them when I'm not actually moving anything. Locarno lumber haulage. There we are. My naming conventions have all gone to pot as well, which is, deeply disappointing. And then we need to set up, or do we? We could run it up the wrong side of the line initially. If I were to stick a little signal on here, simple signal surpied. Yeah, I know, we're getting wild and crazy in our old age. Is that the right side? It is the right side. It's the wrong side. That's the right side. Yeah, wrong side. Okay, right. So we're going to stick that on. There seems to be a lot of lights on this one. I'm blowed if I really understand what they do, but lights are plenty on there. I don't even think that's going to work necessarily. But what the hey? And then we'll stick with an obviously going to work light on there. It's not ashamed. So there's a simple surpied lighting scheme going on there. So be it. Right. Okay. I'm going to rail freight this one. British Rail. Because, running things that are at slightly different scales on the same piece of track is always a winner. Trees have green on them. We'll use the green one. That's 7 million quid to you, Gov. Oh, gracious. And then we're going to go with state cars. Now, we want to make sure we use the right one. Modern day centre beam flat car for lumber versus twin bogie state car. One of these is American. Oh, hold on. What about a bolster wagon here? 120 kilometres an hour. That'll be absolutely fine. It's Great Western, so that's clearly from Great Britain land. We'll use that. What does it carry? Carries plenty. Yeah, we'll go with that. Why not? It's been available for 50 years already. It's functional, is what it is, and we will transport. Is 120 going to be enough? It's going to be more than enough to start with. So we'll stick 10 on there and stick you on the primary lumber activity. There we are. Now, it's not going to haul anything to begin with, because there's the full pipeline has yet to be established. But with a small amount of favour, that will pan out. Right, next trick is 2. Yeah, count 'em, flying junctions. This has got disaster all over it, because I don't, if I'm honest, truly understand how these things work. But we learn by doing. Let's go for something modern and concrete. Well, basically, it's a straight crossover, right? It's like a bridge, effectively. So let's try that. Ooh, that's quite some length going on there. Now the overside, here is why, no, wait, no, wrong button. Go back to what you were doing. Now the reason for this, and the reason I've switched this round, is because I intend to keep the express airborne for the entire length of this line. So it's going to be one long bridge. Now it doesn't need to be elevated the entire way, but I don't want to create a roller coaster. So crossing angles 80. That's the ticket. There we go, like that. So we can plumb that on there, and it's also almost done it in exactly the right place. First time out. Number of lower tracks 1. 1, thank you. Catenary both. Yep, high speed. Got that. Plus, I don't know. What's the plus do? I don't know. Let's plus a bit more. It's not done anything that I've really noticed, to be honest with you. Now I'm going to have to relay this bit of track, but that's okay. I think it will still work. Actually, if we change the angle to 70, maybe 60, maybe this is just the for rounding differences. Yeah, there we go. It's changing the angle, so you can get your angle exactly as you want it. A curve would be good. What have we got? Oh, we got lots more choice. Radius of upper tracks. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So, you know what? An enterprising individual ought to learn how to do this and then put up a tutorial. I'm that kind of enterprising individual. I should work on that. Length, upper tracks length. Let's reduce that to really short. All right. Okay, but we'll just fling it the other way around then. There you go, like that. With a minor adjustment on the angle, I think we could make that fly. Upper angle, crossing angles. Let's put it back to 80 and see what we get. That's it. That's the one. Right, that's what we'll go with. It has it kept its height? It does look like it started sinking it back down again. Yeah, it has. I don't want it to do that. I want it to stay as a bridge. Transition A. Don't know what that means. Lower. Oh, hello. No, that's good. Yes, whatever that meant, it's done the thing that I wanted. All right, good, nice. Okay, well, it's hammer time. I don't think I'm going to get better than that. You know, I think I've poked at this sufficiently that might do the trick. Right, let's do some bulldozing. Right, an innocent tree taken out there in the crossfire. Hope it's remembered me settings. And then if we come this way, in fact, if I add just a little bit more track here, that's not track, that's a signal. Yeah, no, it flies on me. I can tell the difference between the two. Maybe that much will do enough. There we are. Oh, we've added a piece of random electrification into what was a non-electrified route. So be it. No, you see, you didn't know. You wanted to go the other way. Or we could shorten the approach. No. Look, you've got it fairly close to how it needs to be here. Right. Now you've removed too much. Add some. Keep it at 300. There we are. Add it. I know. It's already feeling like I'm going to delete it and then immediately replace it again. Delete just the smallest amount. That's more than the smallest amount, though, isn't it? About there. Maybe even less than that. Because we could make it work with what it's got already, but right about there. Just delete. Stuff you. Right. Plonk that in there. whiz that to the end. Jobs are good. And then sink this into existence. It's £500,000. Have another look at it. It looks pretty good. Sold to the man with less money than sense, and he hasn't got an awful lot of money. Right, there we go. Wallop. See, that's maintained a beautiful, sort of, almost beautiful curve. There's a bit of a challenge going in there. No. Let's turn the brush strength down so we don't do something too heinous. Is it going to remove that bit? No. Once again, flying junctions. They sound good on paper, but have left me with just a mess. Why? I don't understand. I just spent £500,000 on that, and it's got a flipping cave in the middle of it. You know what? Stuff it. They look great when they work. Maybe it's something about having more track. I don't know. But whatever the reason is, it doesn't work for me. This is not suitable. This is not adequate. I'll have to have more of an investigate. Yeah, I know. I've just tossed £1,500,000 away. We're going to do it using old school methods. Flipping old school methods. There we go. You can get around there. Is that still properly hooked up? Looks like it is. I thought that was a bit of a dubious connection, to be honest. And then we'll do a bit of smoothing on here, just to make that less horrifically ugly. And then we shall head over in the opposite direction. Now that will now bridge up nicely, or else it's bridged up a little bit late for the party, if I'm honest, because we're right about there. Keep it in a straight line. Does that look like it's in a straight line? It looks like it's straight enough. Given that this is going to, it's highly likely this eventually runs a TGV, VF, TVG. I'm gonna, no, yeah, it's going to have to be. There we are. We're going to want to keep that at that on the big red expensive rail setup. Put that in. Thank you. All right. Cease your escalation in height terms. We will keep you on the flat. It doesn't look like you're flat, though. It looks like you're still climbing. You say you're flat, so I believe you. Right, run this one up in parallel. What's going on here? No, that's a different type of bridge. Why have you done a different type of bridge to that which I was asking for? Can we get some upgrade going on here? Upgrade, higher speed. No, that's not going to do it. I don't think I can. I think that's a delete and repeat. Flipping delete and flipping repeat. Well, it's not deleting too much though. There you go. That's better. Too much curve. But don't do anything clever then. Just connect it up gently. Do not crash this. Thank you. Right, a little bit of potential clippage going on there. Decrease the size of the. Can we? We can make it worse. Okay, right. So then, from here, this flyover is now going to be my my route to success. Can I see it from here? Yeah, just about. So then we bring out the track the other way. In that way that we all enjoy. I know, I only removed this at the start of the episode. We're now sticking it back in again. Right, and escalate. All right, that's got some escalation going. Continue escalation. Get bridged. Get bridged. 'Tis bridged. Do we need to go up that high? We don't need to go up that high. So much the better. Now then, does that look like it's lining up? It does look like it's lining up, but let's keep it at 300. Now, I possibly could have made that a little bit smoother. There we are. 3 million. Oh, bargain. All right, I can afford 3 million. Would you mind just staying there for a moment? I'm just going to have a word with someone I've not spoken to in a little while. There we are. That's 5 million. Smack. And then we'll double track this back. Oh, hold on. Have you done the wrong side of the bridge? If you have, we're all going to be very sad. No, we're not. Everybody's happy. Perfect. All right. Mash this all the way down here. Oh, that's a lot of money. Keep going. And in my Flynn. Right, okay. Pretty wasteful. I'm not going to argue with you. That was quite a significant expense. But the upshot is that this now works. The only thing I might change. No, I'm not going to. That looks all right. I'm going to stick some signals on there though. Signals. Right, and we'll stick them halfway along the bridge. Why not? Give people a view. See that from there you'll sit there and you'll watch all of these goods operations going on and go, my, there's an enterprising fiend of a man in charge of this. Right. Anyway, there we go. That's gonna bring us to the end of the world for today. I want to watch. I know we've got a lot to watch actually. I'm just launching stuff. If we get stuff launched, we'll hopefully get some success. Here comes a bit of British Rail action. Bridge in the action. Bridge there. See? Mountain. It's all good. Right, he's waiting. This Russian chap's coming through. Excellent. And then with a bit of luck, he'll charge up there, nip in the station while the other guy's not looking. That's working. I've got no idea how this signal's going to respond to any of this. We possibly ought to watch with bated breath. The other thing that maybe should happen, actually, let's go and watch this, what should just be a very simple gantry camera. Signal. Yeah, you can tell I've encountered a gantry camera or two in my time. There we go. Now, is this going to change its light as the train approaches? Let's pay the debt off, because I'm going to take all... Oh, it's done it! Hooray! They'll immediately change again. You say immediately. There we go. It takes its time, but, you know, gets there eventually. All right. Does that spin around, and then here comes the Russian. Everybody look innocent. Look the other way. Everybody, you know, play dead. Plead guilty. Hold on. Have I put the... No, I have. Here comes the fleet of trucks. That's all good too. Come on there, Tiger. Beautiful. Very nice. Ruined that shot by keeping the balance screen open, but such is life. That's going to pan out nicely. Splendid. Okay, I'd be amazed if there was any lumber actually being produced right now. What sort of speed are you getting? 90 clicks. All right, now. Obviously, it's not going to kick off till the train arrives anyway, but it's highly unlikely we get anything of value out of the lumber yard for the time being. But that's because I've still got a bunch of work to do. I'd quite like to finish off by watching a flying Scotsman flying across the bridge. Have we got one nearby? Say flying Scotsman. It doesn't make any sense, given that it was a uniquely named individual. No, I don't think we've got one coming. All right, I'll use that rare treat as the opening for the next one. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. This is we're just getting rolling, but that is at least the first stage developed. But in the next one, we're going to go talk to the bank manager, and boy, is he going to be pleased to see me. Anyway, chuck a like at this one if you liked it. The clue's in the title. And subscribe if you've not yet done so you can keep up to speed with, I don't know, nonsense. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio!